Who is going to win the Women's Elimination Chamber? Let's speculate. I'm Brandon, this is Wrestling Talk, and with the Elimination Chamber just a few days away, and the lineup for the Women's Chamber match officially being locked in, I think it's time to look at all 6 participants and figure out who has the best chance of winning the Women's Elimination Chamber. I'll be doing a separate video for the Men's Chamber match, be on the lookout for that as well. So without further ado, let's do our best to predict how the Women's Chamber match is going to go. So our 6 participants for the Women's Chamber match are as follows. From Raw, we have Rhea Ripley, Asuka, and Raquel Rodriguez. And from SmackDown, we have Tiffany Stratton, Alexa Bliss, and Kiana James. Kicking off this match, I think is going to be Tiffany Stratton and Asuka. I feel like you need to start things off with a babyface and a heel. I think it's more interesting if you do one from each brand because that's a different matchup that we don't normally see every day. And also, I think Tiffany is going to start this match off because she entered at number 30 in the Royal Rumble, so she wasn't really in that much of the match, which is why I think the Chamber is going to be the inverse of that, where Tiffany starts off the match and pretty much lasts through the entire thing. I absolutely see her making it to the final 2. So anyway, I think Tiffany and Asuka start things off, have a bit of a mini match. Then I think Kiana James comes in at number 3, followed by Alexa Bliss at number 4, then Raquel Rodriguez at number 5, and lastly Rhea Ripley at number 6. I don't think anyone gets eliminated until everyone has exited their pods. Once everyone is officially in the match though, I think it's too obvious if Kiana James is eliminated first. Obviously no one thinks she's going to win. Her being in this match is a huge upset. I think this match is really just a showcase for Kiana James, and if she gets eliminated first, it's not that much of a showcase. So I actually think Asuka is going to be eliminated first, and I think Rhea Ripley is going to pin her. Sometime after that is when I think Kiana James gets eliminated, most likely by Tiffany Stratton. And that makes sense. Kiana and Asuka are the 2 with really no shot of winning. The other 4 I can see. Once we get to the final 4, I think we need to lose one of the baby faces, and unfortunately, even though I would love to see her win, I think Alexa Bliss is going to be eliminated next by Raquel Rodriguez. For whatever reason, I don't see baby faces like Tiffany or Rhea pinning a baby face like Alexa Bliss. Whoever pins Alexa Bliss, I think you want to get some heat on them, so I think Raquel pins Alexa, and then we get to the final 3, Rhea Ripley, Tiffany Stratton, and Raquel Rodriguez. And once we get to this spot, WWE is clearly going to be booking Raquel Rodriguez as the big bad of the match. You can just have her dominate Tiffany and Rhea to a point where Rhea and Tiffany have to team up to take her out. I think that'll be a big crowd-pleasing moment once the 2 of them go at Raquel together, and once they knock her down, I think Rhea Ripley is going to be the one to pin her, thus bringing us to our final 2, Rhea Ripley and Tiffany Stratton. These are the only 2 real contenders, I think. Tiffany is the obvious choice because she's already on SmackDown, there's history between her and Jade Cargill, but Rhea Ripley is the bigger star, and Rhea versus Jade is by far the bigger match. I can absolutely see a situation where Rhea and Io lose the tag titles before WrestleMania, freeing up Rhea to challenge Jade for the world title, or I can see Rhea just pulling double duty like Roman, Cody, and Seth did at WrestleMania 40. Her and Io can defend the tag titles on night 1, and then Rhea can go after the world title on night 2. The only reason why I don't think WWE would do this is because there's literally no history between Rhea and Jade. I don't even think the 2 of them have spoken words to each other since Jade signed with WWE. Would that stop WWE from booking this match? No, because last year there was hardly any history between Rhea and Bianca, but then Bianca won the Chamber, and there we go, we're getting Rhea versus Bianca versus Io. So I think it's very possible that WWE books this match. However, as I've already kind of alluded to, Rhea Ripley is someone who has options for WrestleMania this year. Tiffany Stratton does not. Think about it. If she's not challenging Jade Cargill for the world title on SmackDown, what does Tiffany Stratton do to make the WrestleMania card? She's not involved in the tag team scene, and she really has no other stories going on at the moment. The only possible thing I could see for her to do is do something with the US title. But let's be real, WWE has not booked the women's US title on a major PLE like at all. So I don't really see that happening, which is why my pick to win the Elimination Chamber this year is Tiffany Stratton. Stratton, as boring as it is. How do we get there though? It needs to be a protected loss for Rhea Ripley. If you're gonna have Rhea Ripley eat a pin, it needs to be due to some shenanigans. So once we get to Rhea versus Tiffany, I think the two of them put on a big mini match, it's awesome, and eventually Rhea gets the upper hand to where you think she's going to win. But then suddenly out of nowhere, while Raquel Rodriguez is trying to get out of the cage and the door is open, Nia Jax and Lash Legend rush to the ring and attack Rhea Ripley. And once that happens, Io Sky rushes to her defense, all hell breaks loose, but eventually it all ends with Rhea Ripley taken out by the Annihilator. And then that gives Tiffany Stratton the opportunity to take the pin, winning the Elimination Chamber and going on to challenge Jade Cargill for the world title. That's what I think is gonna happen, as boring as it is. Here's why. When you look at Rhea and Tiffany, these are the only two legit contenders to win the chamber match this year. So because Rhea Ripley has options and Tiffany Stratton does not, I think WWE is gonna go with Tiffany Stratton winning the Elimination Chamber. She challenges Jade Cargill at WrestleMania. Rhea Ripley and Io Sky defend the tag titles in this big six-pack ladder match. And then we probably get Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss in a non-title singles match. I can see that being set up at some point between the Chamber and Mania. But anyway, that's how I think the Women's Elimination Chamber match is going to go. Just for fun though, let's do a power ranking of all 6 competitors' chances of winning the Elimination Chamber. At number 6, we got Kiana James. Let's be honest, her even being in this match is victory enough. And while I do think this is going to be a fantastic showcase for Kiana James, she is arguably the least developed character in the entirety of the women's division right now, so I don't see her challenging for a world title at WrestleMania. Number 5, Asuka. I don't see WWE making the women's world title match at WrestleMania heel versus heel, and besides, we already got Asuka versus Jade last year at Night of Champions, and it wasn't anything to write home about. I think Asuka will firmly be in the tag division for this WrestleMania. Number 4, Raquel Rodriguez. With Liv Morgan challenging Stephanie Vaquer for the world title on Raw, I do think it would be kind of interesting for Raquel Rodriguez to challenge Jade Cargill for the world title on SmackDown. From a story standpoint, I think that's super interesting. Will WWE actually do that though? Probably not. I think they want Raquel Rodriguez in Liv Morgan's corner for the WrestleMania match, so that during that match we can have drama. Number 3, Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss is my dark horse to win this year, because while a lot of fans wanted to see Jade Cargill versus Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania, what if Alexa Bliss wins the chamber, and then sometime between then and WrestleMania, Charlotte Flair somehow gets involved in the title match, making it a triple threat? We saw this exact thing play out last year with Rhea, Bianca, and Io. Jade, Alexa, and Charlotte are all on SmackDown, and at the end of the day, it's a fresh, compelling, unpredictable matchup. Seriously, who wins that match? Do I see it actually happening though? No. But man, I would pop the loudest if Alexa Bliss wins the chamber. Number 2, Rhea Ripley. Rhea versus Jade is by far the biggest possible match you could do. I could absolutely see Rhea and Io losing the tag titles before Mania, freeing Rhea up to challenge for the world title instead, but I could also see WWE having Rhea Ripley pull double duty at WrestleMania, just like Cody, Roman, and Seth did at WrestleMania 40. Her and Io can defend the tag titles on night 1, and then Rhea can challenge for the world title on night 2. It's the biggest possible match you could do, but also there is legit no story between her and Jade Cargill. I don't even think the two of them have interacted with each other at all since Jade signed with WWE a few years ago, which is why my number 1 pick is Tiffany Stratton. Unlike everyone else on this list, Tiffany has actual history with Jade Cargill. Tiffany was the one who lost the title to Jade Cargill in the first place, and unlike Rhea Ripley, if she's not challenging for the world title, what does Tiffany Stratton do at WrestleMania? She's not involved in the tag division, and while she could go after the US title, do we really think WWE is gonna put that title on the WrestleMania card? Come on. So as boring and predictable as it is, I think Tiffany wins the Elimination Chamber and challenges Jade Cargill at WrestleMania in what is essentially a rematch for the world title. Let me know your rankings down below. But that's it. Those are my official predictions for the Women's Elimination Chamber. Let me know your predictions down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.